I am so excited to practice with you here at this beautiful monument that just radiates the warmth of the sun's rays and formerly had an important role in bringing life-giving water to the city of Nîmes. I hope that we, in the same way, can be sources of light and refreshment to those around us. As we flow through this practice, may we cultivate kindness, joy, and light that we will radiate to the world when we step off of our mat. Let's start our practice seated on the heels at the back of the mat. Reach your hands up to the sky and bring them down to the heart, finding a moment to set an intention for this practice. Let's release the hands down and begin to slowly roll your neck to the left side, moving gently. And then switching sides, rolling to the right side now, making big circles with your neck. And let's roll the shoulders back now, getting movement into the shoulder joint and rolling them forward, feeling the upper body beginning to loosen up. And let's move down to our wrists now, rolling them to the right or to the left, connecting to your breath as we begin to wake up the body. Let's come onto all fours. Look up to the sky as you let your belly drop toward the mat, and then look between your knees as you round out the shoulders and the back. Moving between cat and cow, moving with your breath, inhaling as you look up and exhaling as you look down. Let's come back to center, tuck the toes, and lift up into downward facing dog, maybe pedaling out the feet. Roll forward slowly to plank and then back to down dog. A few spinal rolls. Warming up the spine now, getting more motion, getting more movement into the spine. Roll forward to plank and chaturanga down, lowering the belly to the mat, pushing through the hands for a cobra pose. Release the forehead to the mat. Lift the head up to the sky, cobra pose. Hold. And let's push through the hands, extend the elbows, lifting to upward facing dog. And come onto the right hip, looking over the left shoulder. And back to center, switching, coming onto the left hip, looking behind you, over the right shoulder. And back to center, upward facing dog. And lift the hips back to downward facing dog. Let's widen the feet. And bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee, left calf, or the left ankle, looking up toward the sky, and back to center, switching sides, left hand to the right leg or the right ankle, looking up to the sky, and back to downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees, bring them to the mat. Bring the knees back a little bit and walk your hands forward, allowing your chest to release down to the mat, finding puppy pose. Opening the shoulders, opening the chest. And let's walk the hands back, sitting back to child's pose. Breathe into your lower back and lifting up to downward facing dog again. Let's roll forward to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Bend the knees and step or hop between the hands. And then roll up slowly to Tadasana. Hands reach up and come down to heart. Centering before we move on to our practice. Let's reach the right knee up to the sky. Step it back into high lunge. Holding. In this class, we're building on to each asana. Coming back to Tadasana, lifting the right knee and releasing down. Let's do that again. Lift the right knee up to the sky. Step back to high lunge, just like before. Hold and breathe, bending into the left knee. And let's add on by folding forward over the left leg that's extended now, finding pyramid pose. And let's bend back into the left knee, high lunge. Lift forward to Tadasana, right knee up to the sky, and the foot releases down. Let's keep moving. Hands reach up to the sky, right knee lifts, and steps back to high lunge. Folding forward to pyramid. Maybe lifting that back heel a bit higher. Lifting up to high lunge. And folding forward over pyramid again. Bending the left knee to high lunge. Arms are reaching up to the sky. And shifting the weight forward, lifting the right knee up to the sky along with the hands and down to the mat. Pausing for a moment. And let's lift up again. Step back to high lunge. Fold forward over the left leg, straightening both legs now in our pyramid pose. Bend the left leg, lift up to high lunge. And now shifting the weight forward, but coming into warrior three. Bend the back knee. The foot can be flexed or pointed up toward the sky. Holding and breathing, bending the left knee if you need to. And stepping back to high lunge. Folding forward over pyramid. We're walking back through our previous poses, up to high lunge, and shifting the weight forward to lift the right knee up to the sky and release to Tadasana. Great job. So again, we're building onto each pose and then coming back down like a wave. Let's reach up to the sky, right knee reaches up and steps back to high lunge. Folding forward over pyramid, bending into high lunge again, shifting the weight forward, coming into warrior three, bending the right knee, and lifting the knee up to the sky now, and then releasing it back behind you, finding dancer's pose. Left arm is reaching forward, right hand is grabbing the right foot. If this is too much for you, you can just hold the right foot to your glutes, the right heel, and just balance on that left leg. And let's release the right hand and the right foot, reach the right knee up to the sky, coming back into warrior three, and stepping back into high lunge. Going back down now, pyramid pose. Bend the knee, reach up to high lunge. And shift the weight forward, right knee up to the sky, and release down. Great job. If your legs are burning, then that's good. Maybe shake your legs out a little bit. And let's reach up to the sky again. Right knee lifts, steps back to high lunge. Let's find our wave, releasing forward to pyramid, back up to high lunge, shifting forward to warrior three. Get your balance. Reaching the right knee up and finding dancer's pose, or just grabbing that heel behind your glute for a quad stretch. Let's release the right knee up to the sky, and let's build onto this one more pose. Bend your elbows, reach that right foot up behind you, or you can bring your hands down behind you in a glute stretch and then push into the hands with the right foot. Maybe leaning forward a bit like we did with dancer's pose, and releasing right knee up to the sky. Going back down now, finding dancer's pose again. We're riding the wave back down, going through each asana. Release the right knee up, finding warrior three with the right knee bent, and step the right foot back into high lunge, folding forward over the left leg into pyramid, and lifting up to high lunge once again. Breathe and shift all the weight forward, right knee up to the sky, and release down. You're doing an amazing job. We just completed a full wave. Let's take a breath, reconnect, and let's shake out that left leg because it just did a lot of work. Maybe take a few steps on your mat, shaking out both legs. And now let's switch to the opposite side. Let's lift up to the sky, left knee lifts up this time, and steps back into high lunge. We're doing all of those asanas on the other leg now. Bending into the right knee, feeling the left hip flexor opening now, and shifting back forward, left knee up to the sky, and release down. Let's lift the hands, the left knee, and stepping back to high lunge, continuing to build onto our wave. Releasing forward to pyramid pose, maybe lifting that back heel a bit more to give you some more room, maybe having two blocks underneath your hands. And let's bend into the right knee again, high lunge. And shift the weight forward, left knee lifts up to the sky, and release down. Inhale, lift the hands up, left knee lifts, step it back to high lunge, challenging the stability, and folding forward to pyramid. Right knee bends, high lunge. And going back down the wave, pyramid pose. Lifting up to high lunge. And shift the weight forward, bringing the left knee up to the sky and releasing down. Keep going. Let's move right along. Hands reach up to the sky, left knee lifts, step back to high lunge. Fold forward to pyramid, bending into the right knee, high lunge. Shifting the weight forward, coming into warrior three, bending the left knee, holding in warrior three. Reconnect to your breath. Inhale and exhale as you release the back foot to the mat, high lunge. Fold forward in pyramid. Reach the hands up to the sky, high lunge. Shift the weight forward. Don't worry if you fall out of balance. And let's release down. You're doing great. Let's keep moving. Hands reach up, Left knee lifts up, step it back to high lunge. Fold forward over the right leg that's extended. Coming back to high lunge. Shifting forward, coming into warrior three with the left knee bent. And lift that left knee up to the sky from here. Hold. And let's grab the left foot with the left hand, finding dancer's pose. Right arm is reaching forward. Bending the right knee if you need to. You don't have to extend it. And let's release. Left knee up to the sky. Finding warrior three, bending the left leg. And extending it, stepping it back to high lunge. Finding pyramid pose as we fold over the right leg. Bend the right knee, lift to high lunge, and shift the weight forward. Left knee lifts up to the sky and release down. Maybe take a moment to shake out the legs. And reach the hands up to the sky. Left knee lifts, steps back to high lunge. Fold forward over pyramid, back to high lunge. Shift the weight forward to warrior three, bending the left knee. Reach the left knee up to the sky again. And grabbing the left foot with the left hand, finding dancer's pose. Pushing the foot into the hand, reaching forward and release. Left knee lifts up. And let's reach up and back for full dancer's pose, or you can reach down and behind you to grab the left foot, bringing it to the glute, and then maybe shifting forward, finding a back bend. And let's release up to the sky, going back down the wave, finding dancer yet again. Your right leg is probably burning. Breathe through the pain. Let's lift up, finding warrior three. Left foot steps back to high lunge. And folding forward over the right leg into pyramid. Let's lift up to high lunge one more time. And shifting forward, left knee lifts up to the sky and release down. That was a full wave. Shake out the legs. Maybe lift the toes and relax your arms at your sides. Deep breath in as you reach your arms up to the sky and hands come to heart. Taking a moment to reconnect with your breath, with your intention. And sitting down into the squat or chair pose. Squat down as far as you can, and then sitting down all the way to the mat. Let's lift the feet off of the mat, finding boat pose. And then roll your back down to the mat. Place your feet about hip width apart and lift up through your hips, squeezing your glutes, reaching your hip bones toward the sky. Your arms can be on either side of you, pushing into the mat, or maybe bound underneath your back. And you can stay here in bridge pose, or place your hands on either side of your head next to your ears and lift up into wheel pose, feeling your chest opening and releasing back down, coming into a little ball, rocking from side to side, releasing the lower back. We're going to do a few Navasana rolls here. So release your knees and roll up. You can hold on to the backs of your knees or keep your hands on either side, rolling up, holding in boat pose at the top. And on this last one, rolling back, finding plow pose, placing the feet up and over the head on the mat. You can support your back with your hands on the lower back or extend them out and clasp the hands, stretching to opposite sides of the mat. Your knees can be bent if this is too much for the hamstrings. And release your hands and slowly lower your back down to the mat, slowly lowering your legs, going as slowly as you can, and eventually finding Shavasana. Relax every muscle here, paying special attention to those legs. We really asked a lot of them during this practice. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your glutes, relax your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, allowing your feet to fall to either side of the mat, and just welcome full body relaxation. Let's begin to move the body, reaching the hands up and over the head, stretching to opposite sides of the mat, and then rolling onto one side, coming to the center of the mat. Finding a comfortable position, let's reach the hands up to the sky, stretching up, bring the hands to heart. And you can stay here, or you can place your hands behind your back in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, or grabbing opposite elbows with the hands, whatever feels most comfortable for you in this moment. And wherever you are, let's focus on opening the heart, releasing any tension that we may have been feeling during the practice. Reconnect to the intention you set at the beginning. Notice how your mind feels different. Notice how your body feels different. And just sit with that feeling. Let's release the hands, reach them up to the sky, bring them down to heart yet again. And then you can place the hands on your knees, palms open, maybe thinking of a way that you can radiate light to those around you today. How can you shine brightly and spread kindness, joy, and love to those you encounter? Thank you so much for practicing with me at the Pont du Gard, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please like this video and subscribe to the channel.